Are you planning a trip to Istanbul? Then you have come to the right place. We're Jess and Miles, and we have spent the past couple of years here trying to help people fall in love with this city just like we have. The new year has brought some changes in Istanbul that will certainly impact your visit here. The one we want to talk about today is Hagia Sophia. After 3 years of being completely free to enter the most popular site in the city, Hagia Sophia now has an entry fee for foreign visitors.
That's right, it now costs 25 euros a person to visit Hagia Sophia, but the entry fee isn't all that's changed. From what we understand, they've also made some changes to what visitors are able to access once you're inside, so we're here today to get all of the answers.
If you don't already know, Hagia Sophia is one of the most iconic historical sites in all of Istanbul. It was originally built around 1500 years ago as a church. It was converted to a mosque in the 1400s, then it was turned into a museum in the 1930s, and it was just recently turned back into a mosque in 2020. Hagia Sophia is still a mosque today, and generally speaking, it's free to enter the mosques throughout Istanbul. That was the case with Hagia Sophia up to a couple of weeks ago, but like we mentioned, there is now a 25 euro per person fee for foreign visitors.
Over the past couple of years, Hagia Sophia has received over 10 million visitors each year. As you can imagine, this was creating a lot of chaos, and from what we understand, it was also causing some damage to the building. It was obviously nice to get the opportunity to visit such a historical site for free over the past few years, but we have definitely experienced firsthand just how chaotic the crowds could get with everyone piling onto the main floor.
So they have implemented an entry fee, and they have also separated the tourists from the worshippers, and the hope is that these changes will help control the flow of visitors and also fund conservation of the building.
Like we mentioned, this is all new to us. We haven't been inside since the change, so we have some open questions we'd like to answer for ourselves, and hopefully we can help you understand what to expect when you visit. It's about 8:30 and Hagia Sophia opens at 9. The entry for visitors used to be just right behind us, but all of that's changed, so we're gonna figure out where we need to go.
Before we head inside, you should know that we have created a ton of great resources to help you plan your trip to Turkey. We have over 20 different videos here on YouTube covering everything from where to stay, how to get around, and things to do here in Istanbul and all over Turkey.
We also have a completely free planning and packing checklist that will really help you stay on track as you get ready for your trip. We will link that in the description below, so be sure to go and download it. And if you're looking for even more help, we have created a comprehensive digital guide with anything and everything you need all in one place.
We have an entire guide dedicated just to Istanbul, and if you're planning to go to any other locations like Cappadocia or the coast, we have a full Turkey guide as well. We will be sure to link both of those in the description below.
Okay, back to Hagia Sophia.
One of the first things we were interested to see is if the new entry fee was going to have an impact on the crowds here. Before, this area would be full of hundreds of people by 8:30, 9 in the morning, of people lining up waiting to get inside. Right now it's pretty empty, but they have moved the entrance for visitors over around the side, right next to the entrance to Topkapi Palace.
It's 8:55, so Hagia Sophia is about to open, and there's actually no line. We should mention that it's February 1st, so it's very much so low season. So we're not sure if the lack of people is because of the time of year or the new entry fee.
We'll have to come back sometime during the summer to see how the crowds are during the high season, and we'll be sure to pin a comment with an update at that time.
All right, let's buy our tickets and head inside.
The new visitor entrance and ticket booth are located on the east side of Hagia Sophia, right near the main entrance of Topkapi Palace. The opening hours are from 9 a.m. to 7:30 p.m., and you can purchase tickets with a credit card. Entry to Hagia Sophia is not currently included with the museum pass. It is still a mosque, so you will need to dress appropriately, and women are still asked to cover their hair while inside. If you do not have a scarf, you could get one at the ticket booth. Foreign tourists are no longer permitted on the main sanctuary floor. Instead, the new entrance gives you access to the gallery level that overlooks the main floor below. There is also a new free audio guide that can be accessed by scanning the QR code with your smartphone as you reach the upper floor. It's available in 23 different languages and provides information about many different points of interest. The views from the second level are really amazing, and there are several Byzantine mosaics that you can see as you make your way around the gallery level. You are able to see the sanctuary floor below from many different angles, but the best view is definitely from the balcony looking straight up the center of Hagia Sophia. Visitors are guided along a path around the upper level to different points of interest before exiting out into Sultanahmet Square.
All right, we spent a little over an hour inside, and we were honestly not sure what to expect with all of the changes, but it was really nice.
It was really well done. Back when Hagia Sophia was a museum, you used to have access to the upper level, but then when it was converted back to a mosque in 2020, everybody just crowded on the main floor. So we had never gotten to see it from that second level, and I'd always really wanted to. It was such a cool vantage point, and I'm really glad that was a part of these recent changes.
And nearly all of the mosaics are on the upper levels, so that was the first time we got to see those as well. And it was surprisingly quiet up there in comparison to our previous visits, which might have had a lot to do with how early we got here and the time of year.
It used to be very, very crowded on the main level when that was the only area that you could access, but now tourists aren't allowed on the main floor, which is definitely the biggest trade-off with these changes. But the view from the gallery is amazing.
One thing we did read before we came was that tour guides would not be allowed to talk to their groups anymore, which is why they have the free audio guide. I will say we did see a few guides talking to their groups inside, but it wasn't too disruptive, and it was really nice to have the audio guide. We've probably been in Hagia Sophia 6 or so times, and I learned a few new things using that guide.
And one thing we did want to point out, the audio guide is just a QR code that you scan with your phone, so headphones are required. Be sure to bring a pair if you have them. If not, you can just get a pair at the entrance when you pay for your ticket for 100 Turkish lira.
And when we first came out, we went back by the entrance, and there is definitely a line forming. It's probably a lot busier in there now than it was for us.
I would certainly still recommend getting here early. We usually recommend getting to this area around 8 a.m. or so you can enjoy it when it's nice and quiet. I still say that's the strategy.
All in all, 25 euros is a lot when you compare it to free, but Hagia Sophia is without a doubt the most popular historical site in all of Istanbul, so you've got to do it, and it's definitely worth it.
All right, that's going to do it for us today. If you are coming to Istanbul, don't forget to check out our other videos and be sure to subscribe because we have plans for more helpful videos in the upcoming weeks. Thank you so much for watching.